Greetings, Twin Flame lover. Hello, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle, the Twin Flame Matchmaker, and I have a juicy video today. What is the difference between soulmate and twin flame separation pain? So if you have fallen in love, you feel a deep soulful connection, and you believe this person could be the one you want to spend the rest of your lifetimes with, your ultimate beloved, your twin flame, and it's not aligning. You know, the twin flame symbol is 1111, and these are like train tracks where you are two independent autonomous beings, but you are one number. You have two digits, but you are going in the same path in life. You share a soul purpose. You are connected, and no matter what, you can't really run and hide from each other because you have a soul purpose. That is to say, it's not automatic. A lot of people are saying, well, the twin flame union is incredibly rare. Only an elite number of people can have this twin flame union. And that's actually the opposite of the truth. It is true that we are all twin flames. We all have another mirror, and some even may have more. I'm working with a couple that is calling in their triple flame, and there are different ways, you know, that it happens. There's same sex, there's opposite sex twin flame unions. There's no one right way. However, twin flame love, twin flame energy, the way to understand it is that when we are in full alignment with our divine truth, when we are connected, when we are in our yes, we reflect that out through the twin flame mirror, and we fall in love with the world around us, and what we love aligns with us. Now, there are no guarantees about how the twin flame union manifests. I'm going to go into the pain part in a moment, but I want to share a little bit more. And hi, I'm so excited that you're here. I'm seeing you in the chat, and I will get back to you in a little bit. I'm going to get us started with what a little bit of a background of the twin flame union, how it works. So the surprise that can happen with your union is that it might not look the way your head is thinking. So I thought I wanted somebody who was a few years older than me, somebody who was more financially, mature and stable. And I ended up manifesting my true love, and we are now married. We're planning a family, and he's 9 years younger. So that's one example of my head said, hell freaking no, and I did everything I could to stop it. But the energy felt so right. And the more I aligned with my truth and myself, the more I saw, oh my God, this really is my twin flame. And now I see why it's just so brilliant to be with somebody who's a little bit younger, who's more adventurous, and who really matches my energy perfectly. And the things that were, kind of a deal breaker when he was 25, he's now 29, turning 30 next year. So it's really a no-brainer at this point. He's my twin flame. So what you think you need may not be at all what your soul actually needs. I'm going to repeat that again because it was almost hard to say, and I think it's a really important thing to land and to digest. What you think you need may not be what your soul needs. May not be what you need. So this is the hardest thing to hear when a woman is caught in a twin flame or a false twin flame attachment. Ultimately, if you are attached to your twin flame in a kind of controlling way, like this has to be it, he has to be with me, that's just not a twin flame energy. That's not how it works. Twin flame energy is when you let go, let love, and you allow to see what shows up because you're so divinely strong and in touch with the creator and allowing of flow. Hi, everyone. Seeing some highs and hearts. So that's so nice to have you here. So your twin flame union is full of surprises, and your twin flame separation initiation or your soulmate separation initiation that leads to your twin flame union is certainly going to be a ride. It is always an intense initiation. So before I go into the difference, I know you're like, that's what the title of this video is about. What's the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate pain of separation? So I want to say, disclaimer, that they can be very, very similar. It's kind of like, what is the difference between, a rash on your body that's of this bacteria versus that bacteria? If they look exactly the same and it's itchy and painful, you don't really care what that thing is. You just want it gone. You want the pain gone. However, there might be a deeper reason this is happening. Maybe there's a toxin that's coming out. Maybe you're even releasing a past life from this rash. It's the same thing with the twin flame pain of separation or the soulmate pain of separation. There is a purpose to the pain. It will disappear when there's no more of a need for that purpose. But if you're going through a pain, like so many people on this planet, when it comes to love, I mean, I go to Barton Springs pool here in Austin, and I'll just chill out and lay out. And like half the time I hear a woman talking about, oh my gosh, this guy, he did this, or I want a guy that does this. And all of the community wants love, right? We are starved for love in our culture. We're addicted to our devices. And yet not so many people have figured it out how to have love. And it's totally figure-outable. That comes from Marie Forleo. I love that language, figure-outable. So your twin flame union is figure-outable. And this pain is part of the puzzle to figure out. When you're in a lasting divine union, twin flame, soulmate, doesn't matter, a healthy relationship, you will encounter pain. It's part of life. It's part of the growing pains to make an incredible life. You will lose loved ones. You will get lost on the road. You will make mistakes. You will hurt your beloved's feelings. They will hurt your feelings. You'll have miscommunications. And when you're committed to the path of love, you will actually be ascending through all of this process. So this process of the separation pain, whether it's a soulmate or a twin flame, your soul has called this person in so that you can learn and grow. This person is not really even a person. Of course, he or she is a person. I'm not saying they're not, but in your cellular world, on the cellular level, on the soul's level, on the 5D, 4D, and the higher dimensional levels, basically, you call in those runners, those people that cause your heart to break open. Maybe they're beautiful people. Maybe they're just, how do I say this? Kind of assholes. You look back, you're like, why did I date that narcissist? I don't know what I was thinking. Thought that it was real love and he cheated on me, or this happened or that happened. I mean, I've met women that were married for a decade or more, had 2 or more children, and they found out that the person they thought was their ultimate twin flame was totally a wolf in sheep's clothing. And this is really hard to be in that situation. It's even hard as a twin flame matchmaker to hear about these situations. But this does not need to happen if a woman is truly empowered. There's no reason that a woman needs to stay suffering, single, pining after a partner that isn't there for her. These are symptoms of a cancer that's growing within our culture that needs to be stopped. Women that are obsessively going after someone they believe to be their twin flame, or even women that are obsessing all over the internet, Googling and YouTube searching, what is a twin flame? How do I find my twin flame in these 7 steps and this and that and this way? In a way that's coming from fear, in a way that's coming from outside of this place. So there are amazing teachers, there are amazing teachings. And I myself as a channel love to channel and give out my teachings. I love to research and share what I know about twin flames. Ultimately, you are the guru of you. You are the guru of you. And the problem is so many female gurus within ourselves have been following false prophets, have been chasing dreams and fairy tales, and we've been taught to give away our power from such an early age, beyond our conscious memory, age 2, 3. And this goes back for generations and generations. We are born into a slavery system. Upon day 2 or 3 of our life, we go into a system, we receive a birth certificate, we get a number. And this number is worth, some people say, 500,000 euros in this slavery system. And we as citizens of this earth will pay back that $500,000 to, or euros, to the tax system. So we are born into a money slavery system. We're born into a system where we are not taught to be empowered. And this is changing. There are those of us who are waking up, and we are looking for more. We are creating new pathways. We are breaking free from the slavery systems that are very much tied to money and greed. And that level of greed that creates unsustainable cycles so that our earth becomes persecuted. Our psychology becomes imbalanced. Our friendships, our relationships become imbalanced. So it starts when we're born. And there are so many of us women who are victims, strong, beautiful, powerful women, and even women who have been high priestesses for many lifetimes. They're born into a culture, whether you're from India, United States, Japan, we are born into a culture that teaches us to be small, to be afraid. And it's no wonder that some of the most powerful spiritual mystics who have divine gifts to share with the world believe that they're not good enough to charge $100 an hour or more. Oftentimes these women are at minimum wage jobs, or they're not even working. Or some of them are at six-figure jobs doing what they hate, not what they love. Or worse, they're in the gray zone. They're making an income, maybe they love it, maybe it's not enough, maybe it's more than enough. I have clients that have been millionaires that have way more than enough, and yet they're halfway dead inside. They're halfway dead inside because upon their birth, the love and the light was not breathed into them by the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Their mother and their father didn't embody this for them. Their mother and their father maybe were so stressed out making money, going to work, or maybe the parents weren't even in a healthy, functioning relationship, let alone a twin flame union. So the problem, before we even get into the twin flame pain of separation or the soulmate pain of separation and what the difference of those two are, is that so many women are looking for answers in all the wrong places. They're looking for something outside of themselves, in a blog, in a training, from a coach, from an expert. And while yes, I believe that you can be an amazing expert that teaches other people. And I love being an expert on something that I've gone through, that I've worked on for 38 years, pretty much since I was born. Looking for my twin flame, embodying twin flame energy. It was not easy. And I studied and I embodied and I went through so many failures. And I've worked with so many clients and learned from them. And on one level, I'm an expert. And on one level, I'm just another woman like you. So instead of looking for the right answer, the correct thing, come within and empower yourself. That's why I'm rerunning Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp. Also because we got a little bit of a technical snafu. Thank you. So many of you showed up. We saw you in the waiting room and then we were like, oh shit. So there's this little glitch. We're going to do tonight on a different software. We're doing a webinar version of Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp. So you won't see my video, but you will get the exact same teaching. And it's going to be around an hour long Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp, where you're going to learn the 3 hacks to self-love. So if you did miss the last one, I so apologize. You never know with tech glitches. So this one, we are praying to the technology gods. So all you need to do is, if you've already registered for the first one, check your inbox and you'll get the link for tonight's version. We're meeting at 5 p.m. PST, which is 8 EST tonight, which is Tuesday, the 17th of July. And if you've not yet registered, then I'll put the link below, but it's aphroditeuniversity.org/bootycamp, and make sure that you register if you haven't already. So why self-love is so important, why self-mastery is so important, is because women chase their tail when they don't have self-love. It's impossible to find an empowered man or woman as your twin flame mirror if you yourself are so longing for love, so empty in love that you need that love from somebody. It's so hard because we feel damaged because we were damaged as children. Like I said, we were born into a slavery system, a money slavery system that ripped us apart from the love of our parents and from our tribe, our village, our community, and that ultimately disempowered everybody, but especially disempowered little girls who are meant to be the light holders or the love holders of the twin flame love codes. We are the vision holders and the code keepers, we women, and we're meant to share this to our men. It's really the feminine to the masculine. So same-sex couples, it's the more divine feminine counterpart. So we were ultimately all kind of wounded and handicapped as little girls, and our divine feminine energy never got fully developed and empowered. We either went too feminine or too masculine, or maybe a little both, and very split in our energy. So this manifests as the twin flame or the soulmate separation phase. Someone I know is not with their twin flame yet is a woman who says, I know who my twin flame is, but ... The but will be, but he's married to someone else, but he's not awake yet, but he's not coming back, but blah, 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 blah. And there are all these reasons why she's engaged in the psyche of a man, a partner who's betraying her, who's not uniting with her. Ultimately, that separation pain is coming because she already has been holding on to a pain from perhaps many, many generations and lifetimes that needs clearing. Again, the deep healing work needs to happen, the self-love initiation, this initiation that little girls don't get in our culture, and the perpetuation cycles of women, generations of aunties and sisters and mommies passing on subconsciously. We can't blame anyone. We got it. It's a disease of self-hatred and persecution and fear of being empowered feminine women, empowered women in our feminine and masculine. So this dis-ease gets passed on. Doesn't have to be. We can clear it. We do need to start. We do need to start investing our time and our energy into boosting self-love instead of chasing after some shiny, flickering man out there. That is what the Illuminati taught us to do. It's what we know how to do. We know how to chase well. We know how to put on the makeup. We know how to be spiritual in the right way. We know how to give them. We give them everything and hope they'll come back, and then they leave. But guess what? They don't leave completely, because the secret is the men and the masculine is starved for the feminine energy. So what they do, no blame to them, they're doing this out of survival. They learn to do it out of generations of masculine pain, is they hook us right in the womb space and the heart space. And other places as well. Then we'll actually cord energetically. And so the woman will say, I feel my twin flame. I sleep and I have these dreams about him. I feel the energy. But this woman is not an empowered woman. That is not necessarily her twin flame. I had dreams about my twin flame counterfeit for many years. It was because I hadn't cut the cord with him. So of course I could feel him in my psyche. I could feel his psyche in mine. We were merged. That's not twin flame energy. That's codependence coming from fear. The twin flame pain of separation is different. Twin flame pain of separation is a good pain. And what I mean by that, like yoga, when you do yoga and it's a good pain. When you do a workout and it's a good pain, like you stretch yourself and you're like, ah, versus when you stretch yourself and you're like, ah, I pulled something. So the true twin flame separation pain, it requires you to be in a twin flame state where your feminine and masculine are being aligned, healed, and working together. So the twin flame concept is actually through polarity. So everything that I say, somebody's going to hate on YouTube and say, that's not true. What you're saying, Amanda, is absolutely not true. I'm going to bar you. I'm going to make horrible comments about you, and I'm going to sue you. One of the women thought she was Aphrodite. She decided she's going to sue me because Aphrodite University's name came through, and Aphrodite University is a place for all women to discover their own inner Aphrodite. So total misunderstanding. Anyways, it's interesting having a YouTube channel. I could do a whole whole side video about that. But ultimately, this is a great example of when you stand in love and light, you're going to get stabbed with all kinds of fear at times, because love attracts fear, love attracts love, and love attracts everything, right? It's going to attract the whole spectrum because we have duality. So anything I share, anything I be, you could see my shadow, you could see my light, but ultimately you're going to see your truth of how you see yourself. This is a really high level concept. We see onto others as we see into ourselves. So if you see onto a man that he has the potential to be an incredible twin flame, but the pain is so strong in your separation that he won't give what you know he could give. And you're just like, bam, turn that mirror around, sister, because that mirror is saying, girl, you got something to give to yourself and you're not giving it to you. You're giving it out to him. And that part that was meant to be given to you a long time ago was meant to be given to you by your mother, by your father, by your community, by your spiritual tribe, by the schools, by the systems out there. And these systems have been covered in codes of Cancer. We have had schools that persecute children, that keep them small, that keep them closing their voice and memorizing things. Even I went to a very hippie private school in Berkeley. I still got verbally abused by a man that I had to work on until I was in my mid-30s to feel safe. I would say early 30s till I felt safe to actually speak my opinions. So we have to change. We have to change these systems, and the systems are inside of us. That's where the start of all of this happens. So when we have our true twin flame separation, twin flame energy does feel good. It feels bittersweet. It feels sweet, bitter. Every day I'm with my twin flame in the 3D. We're not in separation. And days where he might travel, I go do my thing. He goes to do his thing at the gym. And even when he spends time with other women and I see him, I know he's inside of me. I know he can't betray me. And there is sort of like everything I say, there's the other side of it. So there's going to be the shadow side that's like, what if he kisses that girl or he falls in love with her or whatever? That fear is not even real to me. It's not even there. It's like so cute. It's like a little baby that's like, ah. So twin flame separation feels good because you are the bomb diggity. You are the most beautiful priestess. You are the luckiest lady alive, and you don't care who your twin flame is. The soulmate separation is when you think that person is your twin flame because you are in a state of conditional love. You are like a target assassin. You better be mine, bitch. I was that woman. I was like, Mark, you got to be my Mark. I'm like, I need you. And while Mark had a lot of assets, he had a lot of things to offer, he wasn't offering them to me. And I thought he had to offer them to me for me to be validated. So there was this kind of tug of war. But once I realized that I was engaging in a tug of war that I would never win, an ego war with this outside part of myself, I let go. I tucked in the energy into myself. And I spent the next 5 years healing and loving myself. When I dated, or I found different little sprouts of love that cropped up, any form of separation, if they didn't call me back, if they ghosted me, or if there was deep love and connection, and then it was like clear communication, thank you, but no, I actually have someone else I'm dating and I want to pursue this. I felt good. I felt that twin flame energy of separation was like pretty doable. And then when I had my twin flame separation period with my beloved, my twin flame Jack, I had more orgasms in that, I'd say 10-day period than I had with anybody in a 10-day period, including him. The reason it felt good is because that twin flame pain, there was real love there, and there was real commitment. There was real sacred union and worship of each other. Even though my man went to take a retreat for 10 days to find himself and said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be the man for you. We took my little wedding ring off and I was like, holy fuck, crying like crazy. Oh my God, my beloved isn't the man I thought he was. It's another illusion. Here we go again on the wheel of Amanda's life. Separation, men becoming assholes overnight when they were just so nice and loving and supportive, and all of a sudden. So I got down and dirty, right? Like, you would be pretty upset. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp back then to go to. Hopefully you can join us tonight at 7, my time 7, which is 5 p.m. PST. Free booty camp, by the way. I didn't mention it's totally free. So my pain was so intense, but I didn't have the medicine to heal it. Until I found that medicine. Well, okay. Lost my train of thought. Let me line this up again. So when you're in the twin flame separation, it's like a dark hole. It's like fucking a void, a chasm. You're like, ah, and you've been here before and you're like, oh no, not again. But there's this sacred energy that comes through, and you've been through it before, and you've survived through the satanic version of this when you're with your false twin flame that you thought was your real twin flame, and it felt horrible and shitty and you wanted to leave the planet. This time instead, you don't want to leave the planet because you've already been initiated and you know that you're invincible. So what you do is you dive into that twin flame separation, the true twin flame energy, and you fucking seed that void with your highest octave of love and bliss, because you become a master. So you're not going to manifest a twin flame when you are at the novice soul level. You manifest him or her when you are a master of love. So many women try and master love too quickly, and they get up the pyramid, and then all of a sudden they get the dragon coming by and the dragon just bites them and they lose everything. They have to start over again. It's really painful. That's what I did. So that's why it's so important to go through these initiations and trainings, and to really invest that time, that energy, and that commitment to rising as a twin flame priestess and putting your heart into yourself, into your own healing, into your own empowerment. So when you've done that, the twin flame separation, it feels pretty fine. I mean, it's bittersweet. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, woohoo, he's left me for 10 days. I don't know when he comes back if he's going to leave me. And I mean, it was scary when I went through that. I think it was last year. It was about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. And, you know, as a twin flame matchmaker, I was like, wow, if I thought I was an expert about twin flames and my twin flame's leaving, now what does this all mean? Oh my God, I might have to let every woman know that there really isn't love. And, you know, my heart was really heavy. But in that darkness, in that chasm, this higher truth came through. And that was where I decided that nothing was going to stop me. Even if my man left, even if all the men left all the women on the planet, we were still going to have a jolly old time. And so that's where I started doing the womb healing work, the orgasmic work with Manifest with Orgasm, the mastertation. And that's why I'm bringing this form of teaching into the twin flame matchmaking. Of course, not so much on YouTube, because it's a little bit edgy, and I like to do it in a more of a sacred space. YouTube is a great place to kind of throw ideas out there, but to really embody this work, you will want to come in on a deeper level if you want to apply these trainings, either with another twin flame coach or matchmaker or tribe. If you want to do it on your own, you can do that. It's going to take longer. It took me a lot longer because I did it on my own until I decided, fuck, man, I need a mentor. I need somebody who can reflect back to me, who can give me hacks and tools and secrets. I actually hired a handful of mentors, 2 of which I really committed to and worked with long-term during my 5-year. Actually, it was a false twin flame separation. It was the soulmate separation. And when I went through my separation with my real twin flame, I didn't really need that same level of support. I was so strong in myself. I was so in love with myself. that it was fine to do it with my women's mastermind. I had a group of women that I had invested with, and I fell apart during that time, and they were there to kind of mentor me and inspire me. And then within a very short amount of time, they all said to me, they're like, Amanda, I've never seen anybody so resilient. You're engaged, a man takes the ring off of your finger, and you're laughing and smiling within a week, and you don't even know if he's going to come back, and you're orgasmic and you're glowing and you're going hiking every day and meditating out in nature, not even knowing what your life is going to hold. So one of the aspects of the high priestess is to embrace the darkness and to never let go of the light. You can't. To know that we can't lose the light. So if there are those of you who have been looking for love outside of yourself for some time, you've had this person in your psyche representing something that you want, I urge you to come into yourself and align with your own soul and to reclaim what is yours. You can do this, and it takes time, it takes commitment, and it takes choice. So I hope to see you tonight at Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp. Even if you came last time, it's going to be a slightly different activation. It'll be the same content, but it might help you to get it on the cellular level to see it twice. And for those of you who have not yet taken Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp, either because the software didn't let you in last time, or because you just didn't know about it or you couldn't make it, this is your chance. It's the last time I'll be running it for a while. Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp is free. It's going to be between an hour and 75 minutes, depending on how long I talk for. And you can register at aphroditeuniversity.org/booty camp, BOOTYCAMP. And Kevin wants to make babies with himself. He says, I want to make babies with you, but he's just looking at his twin flame mirror. So yes, Kevin, please make babies with someone that aligns with your highest self. I am not that, because I would not be available for you. I'm with somebody else. Thank you very much. That's a little inappropriate, by the way. So you might want to also look at how you force your energy a little too extremely with the feminine, and maybe really look at where your feminine has been wounded. Maybe I misunderstood that, but to me that seems a little creepy. All right, and where do you find a tribe? That's a great question. So a lot of us are scattered around the world. Like those of us in our soul family, we're finding aren't just all in California or Texas or Bali. Like we are everywhere. And so what Jack and I are on a mission of doing is really creating an online community and having retreats and gatherings. And then eventually we'd like to co-create an eco village somewhere together. So that's our scenario. Ultimately, just do what you love, and then you'll find a tribe. Slowly, but it might not be all of your tribe in one place. So we have lots of good questions, y'all. Can you explain same-sex twin flames? These are great questions. And just so you know, there is a Facebook group every week where I would recommend you to post these questions, because I really answer one question. This week there were very few questions in there. So it is, search on Facebook. It is the Bachelorettes and Boss Babes Society. Bachelorettes and Boss Babes Society. And I can see if I can post it in the group, but yeah, actually just go look it on Facebook, because the chat's going to get disappeared once I post this. But it's a place where you can connect with other female twin flame tribe members. It's a safe space to share. And I do review everybody who applies to be in the group. And if anybody looks like a catfisher, don't even apply, because this is really a sacred, safe space for badass boss babes. These are some really great questions people are wanting to ask. And they're questions that I could answer next week. So go ahead and post them in the Bachelorette Boss Babes Society on Facebook. So you might have to request to be in the group. I will get back to you within the next couple of days. Or actually, sorry, within the next couple of hours. And let you into the group, and we can post those for next week. All right, so last thing is, don't forget to register for Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp. Last reminder, your last chance. It's totally free. And then you're going to be starting in on the Twin Flame Self-Love Bootcamp 6-module course after that. So check it out, sisters and soul family. Thank you so much for joining. It is 35 minutes into this hour. I'm going to be cutting these off at 30 minutes because I have a lot of blissness to do and getting ready for baby and travel. So some updates coming soon. And thanks for joining last month's new moon. Hopefully you felt the big shift. That was just such a big upgrade for Jack and I. There's so much love. Like, we're just like so in love right now. So just to give you a little sneak peek, just have to send some shots of where we've been going pretty much every day for the last month. All right, blessings, love and light. See you all soon next week, perhaps, and definitely tonight at Twin Flame Self-Love Booty Camp. Get your booty on down into self-love, break these patterns and the slavery system, the money slavery system, the love slavery system, and let's rise as twin flame lovers and do what we came here to do and have a party at the same time. Mwah, namaste.